Space is tough, it's not very friendly, and it can be dangerous, but we still want to explore it. Our spacecraft travel into the emptiness of space, carrying our hopes of discovering new things. But these spacecraft need power, a way to run their equipment and talk to Earth. That's where solar panels are super important. These amazing pieces of technology use the sun's power, turning sunlight into electricity. They're like the heart of our space missions, giving a steady supply of energy. Without solar panels, we couldn't explore space very well. Probes wouldn't be able to send information back to us. Satellites would just float around, unable to see anything. Solar panels are the quiet heroes of space, powering our search for knowledge. Space is a vacuum, which means it's empty. This is actually good for solar panels. On Earth, the air filters some of the sunlight, but in space, the sunlight is super strong. This lets solar panels work even better than they do on Earth. Solar panels are made of tiny cells, usually made of silicon. When sunlight hits these cells, it knocks loose little bits called electrons. These electrons flow through a circuit, making electricity. This works really well in space. Without the Earth's air getting in the way, solar panels can turn lots of sunlight into electricity. This makes them perfect for long space trips. Space has some crazy temperatures. In direct sunlight, it can get super hot. But in the shade, it gets incredibly cold. Solar panels in space have to handle these big changes. To survive, space solar panels are built differently than the ones on Earth. They're made of special stuff that can handle the hot and cold. These materials can also handle radiation, which is like invisible energy that can damage spacecraft. Space solar panels are also coated with special materials to help control their temperature. These coatings reflect extra heat so the panels don't get too hot. They can also help soak up heat, keeping the panels warm enough in the cold of deep space. Section 4. The advantages of solar energy for space missions. Solar energy is really good for space missions for a few reasons. First, it's sustainable. Unlike rockets that use fuel, solar panels can work forever using the sun's power. Second, solar panels make spacecraft more independent. They don't need to carry lots of heavy fuel, which saves money too. This means longer missions and more exciting science. Lastly, solar energy is clean. It doesn't pollute space. This is important because we want to explore space without messing it up. Section 5. Reaching for the stars, solar technology and the future of interstellar travel. When we think about exploring other star systems, solar technology is super important. For these long journeys, we might use solar sails. Solar sails are like giant, shiny sheets that use sunlight to push spacecraft. Sunlight's push is small, but it's always there. Over time, this little push can make a spacecraft go incredibly fast, maybe even close to the speed of light. Solar sails are still pretty new, but they have a lot of potential. They could help us travel to other stars without needing huge, expensive rockets. As we get better at using solar power, we get closer to making interstellar travel real, all thanks to the sun.